Good morning. This is a final announcement. Please silence your phones and take your seats. Before our ceremony begins, we have some announcements. At the end of the ceremony, we ask that guests remain seated until the platform party, all graduates, the faculty, deans, directors, and the staff have exited. Once they have exited, we invite guests to exit through the east doors, which are right over here, and just behind the platform, and that's where you're going to meet your graduates in Bristow Square. They'll all be there waiting for you. During the ceremony, please refrain from leaving your seat to take photos due to the fire code. We've hired professional photographers to take photos of your graduates. Your students will be contacted by Grad Images via email with copies of their photos. Our information can be found at gradimages.com. To start the ceremony, we have a song written and performed by a Lane student named Thomas Green, who is a formerly unhoused street musician. He came to Eugene from Oklahoma to start a new life and found his way here to Lane. The song is titled Eugene, Oregon. Thanks everyone for being here, and the ceremony will begin momentarily.
I wrote this song about 5 years ago. Judge Gill from the Municipal Courthouse asked me to write this. I watched my mom wash clothes every day. For 7 long years as a child, we lived that way. But a lot of things has changed now, Lord, since way back when. And the places that I've traveled, and to the places I have been. And here I'm in Eugene, Oregon, where the folks and country music's been good to me. I've met a lot of good people I'm proud to call my friends. Eugene, Oregon's been good to me and them. I go here on a Greyhound a few years ago. This guitar on my back, I'm broken, no place to go. And sleeping outside in the cold and rain, and dreaming of the day I could play this old guitar behind the mic and on the stage. Here I am in Eugene, Oregon, with folks and country music's been good to me. I've met a lot of good people I'm proud to call my friends. Eugene, Oregon's been good to me. Thank you, Eugene, Oregon, for the kindness that you showing me. And I met a lot of good people I'm proud to call my friends. Eugene, Oregon's been good to me in the end.
challenges in life, but it forges something really great. That's why they're Titans. Photographer here that will take you photos so much better than anything we could take. So yeah.
Students, please be seated. Good morning, everyone. I am Dr. Shelley Tinkham, Vice President of Academic Affairs and the College Marshal for this year's commencement. We would like to start with the acknowledgement that the college rests on ancestral homelands of the Kalapuya people. The Kalapuya were stewards of this land for over 14,000 years before their traditional way of life was forever disrupted. We recognize the connection that Indigenous peoples have to this land and express our gratitude for the opportunity to live, learn, and celebrate on their ancestral territory. To officially announce our ceremony, we invite you all to rise as you are able for the presentation of the colors by recognition to the soldiers of 2nd Battalion, 162nd Infantry Regiment, and as Corey Nimute, LCC music student and graduate of the class of 2026, leads us in the national anthem. All rise as you are able.
less gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, her bombs bursting in air, gave proof that night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the
Thank you, Corey. What a beautiful way to start our ceremony. You may all be seated. It is now my distinct privilege to introduce you to the president of Lane Community College, Dr. Stephanie Bulger.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, and welcome to the commencement ceremony of Lane Community College, the class of 2026. Today is a celebration, achievement, and reflection as we gather to recognize the hard work and dedication of our graduates. Each of you has embarked on a remarkable journey, and today we come together to mark the culmination of your efforts. Graduates, we have several guests with us today who are honored to join in your celebration. At this time, I would like to introduce our guests and invite them to stand or otherwise allow us to recognize them. First, we extend a welcome to the faculty, whose guidance and mentorship have played a pivotal role in the success of our graduates. Faculty, please stand or otherwise identify yourself, and let us all thank you for putting students first. Thank you. Let's also recognize the hard work and support of our college leadership, including deans, directors, and cabinet members. Their dedication and guidance have played a crucial role in shaping the academic journey of our graduating class. With their leadership, LCC creates an environment where learning can flourish. We thank them for their commitment to education and for the positive influences they've had on our graduates. Deans, directors, and cabinet members, please stand or otherwise identify yourself as we thank you for all you do for our students and our institution. And thank you. Students, we know your journey here at Lane was made clearer and easier because of dedicated staff who work diligently both on the front lines of the institution as well as behind the scenes. From maintenance and facilities teams to administrative assistants, financial aid advisors, IT professionals, custodians, tutors, recruiters, and more, their hard work and dedication create an environment where teaching and learning can thrive. Will our classified staff please stand or otherwise identify yourself as we extend our heartfelt gratitude to these members of our college community. And most importantly, let's recognize the families, friends, and loved ones who have stood by our graduates throughout their academic journey. Your encouragement, support, and love has been instrumental in their success. We are deeply appreciative of you and your sacrifices as you helped our graduates get over the finish line. This celebration is as much yours as it is theirs. Family, friends, and loved ones of our graduates, please stand or otherwise identify yourself as we thank you for supporting this morning's graduates. Thank you. This year, graduates were invited to recognize those who have supported them throughout their academic journey. Each graduate received 2 recognition pins to present to individuals who made a meaningful difference in their success, whether a family member, friend, mentor, personal supporter, or Lane employee. If you are receiving one of these pins today, we invite you to stand or otherwise identify yourself so we may recognize and thank you for the important role you played in helping our graduates reach this significant milestone. If you have a pen, please stand up. Thank you. And now I invite you to join me in acknowledging the elected members of our Board of Education who played a vital role in steering Lane Community College toward its mission. With us today are Board Chair Austin Foelnagel, Kevin Alltucker, and Jesse Maldonado. Please give them a round of applause. And at this time, Board Chair Foelnagel will provide greetings from the board.
All right. I think this goes up. Nope, no worries. They never make these things tall enough. Good morning, fellow board members, President Bulger, esteemed faculty and staff, proud family and friends, and most importantly, the graduates of 2026. As chair of Lane Community College Board of Education, it's my distinct honor to welcome you to this year's commencement ceremony. On behalf of the entire Board of Education, I want to offer our heartfelt congratulations for reaching this incredible milestone. I ask you to look at today not as the end of your education, but a new beginning in a lifelong journey of learning and being a part of the greater community that we are a part of. Built on this journey is the paths that you took to get here to this day. And let me just state a few concepts for all of us to consider here today, and that I want you to leave you with here as well. Let's talk about something that's common in today's culture and dialogue. Let's talk about AI. AI, I know, I'm sick of it too. I am sick of talking about it too. But this year, and again, you know, this has been a part of our dialogue and so forth, but I'm not talking about that AI. I'm talking about an AI that has reshaped the very trajectory of human history by turning our collective knowledge, lived experiences, into an active, living force for future innovation. What I'm talking about is actual intelligence, AI. You leave here holding true, actual intelligence, a powerful asset forged by your education, lived experiences, challenges that you have overcome, ranging from group projects with your fellow students, participating in student clubs and events, those late nights, those homework after working a shift, working hard, raising a family and everything like that. That is what forged that actual intelligence. And every challenge that you have overcome, no one, and I mean no one, could ever take that away from you. And it's yours to continue to forge and grow and shape our world. And it is the most important and most powerful form of AI. Another form of AI, advocacy and initiatives. See what I'm doing there? I'm taking words that start with A, I'm just gonna advocacy and initiatives. At the Board of Education, we have seen a record number of students speak at public comment and advocate to the governing body of this college, where you as students, many of you who are graduating here today, organized, advocated, and participated in our democratic processes. Part of this is due to policies that we've passed as a board, and I'm very proud to have introduced some of these policies, to let students speak first at public comment. We are one of 3 community colleges in the state that have a student representative who sits on the board. We also are making sure that we have students at the tables of our shared governance process, including recently seating a student leader at our budget committee this year. You'll actually hear from a student leader later today, Amanda, and hear about her advocacy to the board as well as to the institution as a whole. And I want to thank current and past student body presidents and student leaders and advocates who've consistently and passionately advocated for students and the community as a whole. I am proud of the opportunities we give students to participate in board processes, but I'm even more proud of the students who took classroom lessons and transforming them into real-world community action, creating a living democracy within our community's college. Be sure to know, though, your advocacy doesn't stop here. I saw someone here, "Be the change," written on their cap. There are problems in this world, and we need problem solvers to solve them. You are those. And I appreciate you all for the time that you've took to invest in your education. Another concept, appreciation and inspiration. We've taken a moment to appreciate those who have inspired us, who've been there along the way and everything like that. And commencement is more than just a celebration of our own achievements, but also taking note of the fact that it does take a community to create a graduate. And that's why we are the community's college. We are Lane Community's College. And from our family, friends, and loved ones, our classified professionals who literally allow for us to operate every day, our faculty who put countless hours into teaching, inspiring students, President Bulger, her leadership, as well as the cabinet for their day-to-day leadership in operations of the college. And I personally want to appreciate and take a moment here to thank my mother and father. It is a treasure that you are here and your inspiration and love, and I'm proud to be your son. Okay, last one. Alumni and interaction. Today, you're not only graduates, but you're alumni. And once a Titan, always a Titan. Isn't that right, Tim? In the spirit of staying connected to the community that you found here today, please stay connected with your fellow students, teachers, and staff that inspired you along the way. Please sign up for the Lane Alumni Network. They will have a booth and ways to participate in alumni events, community service, and ways to support alumni businesses in our community. This will, again, will be expressed a little bit later today as well. Lane will always be a part of your story, and you will always be a part of ours. Graduates, you inspire us. Celebrate boldly, walk forward with confidence, and keep making your community proud. We can't wait to see what you do next. And now it's my pleasure to bring back to President Bulger back to the podium. Thank you.
Thank you, Board Chair Fonagy. Graduates, one of your biggest supporters is here today, and that is Amanda Fallon. Amanda served this year as Vice President of the Associated Students of Lane Community College, while also working with Career Pathways as a peer support specialist, in addition to being a writer for the LCC student newspaper, The Torch. In these roles, she has been a passionate advocate for student basic needs, resource accessibility, and student success. Amanda graduates this year with an Associate of Arts Oregon Transfer degree in art history and has been accepted into the Honors College at Portland State University, where she plans to major in art history and minor in anthropology. Through her passion and work in education and advocacy, Amanda hopes to help people reconnect with their histories, cultures, and identities. So please join me in welcoming your 2025 Student Body Vice President and 2026 LCC graduate, Amanda Fallon.
Good morning, graduates, families, friends, faculty, staff, and honored guests. Congratulations, today is our day. My name is Amanda, and I've had the honor of serving as your Lane Student Government Association Vice President. In this role, I've listened to your stories, advocated for your needs, and witnessed firsthand the strength and determination that defines this community. Over the past 2 years, I've worked to ensure that students' voices are heard. This has included helping establish a referral partnership with the Eugene Mission to provide households resources and clothing for students in need. I've advocated at the state level for funding for supporting students and for essential programs. I've also helped connect students to care coaches, tutoring resources, and academic support. More importantly, I've had the privilege to getting to know many of you. Personally, you're not just my classmates, you're my community. I'd like to take a moment to dedicate this achievement to all those who made this journey possible for me. To Trudy Earls, rest in peace. Though you are not here today, I carry your support with me. To the Pearson family, my children and my loved ones, I thank you for believing in me, especially during the most difficult moments. This achievement belongs to you as much as it does to me. And I know each of us has someone who's helped us to this point, someone who encouraged us, supported us, and believed in us when we struggled to believe in ourselves. Today, we honor them as well. If there's one lesson this experience has taught us, it is this: change is possible. We are capable of creating it. As you move forward, remember that the challenges, they're not there to stop you. They're there to shape you, to strengthen you, and to prepare you for what comes next. If you ever doubt your path, return to this moment. Remember everything it took to get you here. You've already proven your strength. So continue to grow, continue to change, and continue to move forward. Congratulations, class of 2026. It has been an honor to serve you. Thank you.
Thank you, Amanda. Let's give her another round of applause. Thank you, Amanda, for that inspiring message and for your leadership this year. Our next speaker is Professor Luann Johnson, nominated and selected by our students as this year's faculty commencement speaker. Before coming to teaching, Luann built a successful career managing sales and marketing efforts for hospitality companies throughout Lane County. At Lane, she has become an integral part of her department, helping lead student-centered initiatives and supporting 6 consecutive years of double-digit enrollment growth. Luann has helped develop several important college programs, including the college's first pathway certificate partnership between business, ABSE, and ESL, the program now known as Lane Regional Promise, and the Applied Bachelor's Degree in Applied Business Management. She also serves on a number of campus committees and work groups. Luann's dedication to students, innovation, and collaboration truly reflects the spirit of Lane Community College. So please join me in welcoming Professor Luann Johnson.
Good morning. Oh my goodness, I didn't think I'd be nervous. It is such an honor to be with you here today. And it was hard to figure out what to say, quite frankly. But as I was pondering what I should say, I kept thinking about all those voices around us that keep telling us the sky is falling. And as I think about all of you, many of whom I've had in the classroom and many other amazing students I see here today, you know what? I think you're the ones that are going to help hold it up. And I am so proud of each and every one of you. And as we celebrate today, we do so with the understanding that it hasn't always been easy, has it? Right? I think we've mentioned it here today before. All those late nights turning in your assignments after a long day at work, or the kids were in bed, or other things that happened. All of those many, many times you pushed through and kept on moving forward, even though you didn't think you had the time, or the energy, or the capacity, you did it. And then, of course, the constant juggling, trying to figure out how am I going to fit everything in 24 hours? And then, inevitably, there were those surprises that came, right? It wasn't easy, but you did it. And I submit today that some of the most important lessons that you'll take from us are the lessons you learned in the times of those difficulties. There's a quote that I really love. I'm going to read it to you. It's by the legendary educator Booker T. Washington, and here's what he wrote. I've learned that success is to be measured not by the position that one has reached in life, as by the obstacles which he has overcome by trying to succeed. So your ability to overcome those obstacles isn't just your success right now, it's the actual tool that's going to help you in your future success. Because guess what? You can't learn that in a textbook, right? You have to have experienced it. You had to develop those through your life challenges and difficulties. But sometimes it doesn't feel that way. We feel like those obstacles are going to keep us or stop us in our tracks. I know that fear. Neither of my parents graduated high school. I grew up in poverty in a was condemned home with food insecurity, and I struggled with dyslexia just a little bit. In high school, I was taken out of a college prep English class because it was too full, and since I was poor, they didn't think I was going to college, so I didn't need it. And for a long time, I felt that my circumstances, it made me feel like I just wasn't good enough, like I would never get to where I wanted to go. But standing here today, I can tell you that it wouldn't change a thing. Well, almost. I learned really valuable lessons during those struggles, just like you have, right? I learned that I wasn't going to let other people's decisions or my circumstances steer my future. I was the first person to go to college. I hold a master's degree today, industry career achievement awards, and multiple certificates and awards and honors. And I don't tell you that to brag. I tell you that because every single door opened for me for one reason. I refused to give up. Just like you. Okay, yeah. I refused to give up, just like you have. I refused to let those challenges overcome me. I developed resiliency, and I came to know who I was and what I could do. And those of you who have actually struggled through those things, you know who you are too. You have developed resiliency, so I'm going to applaud you for that. I have another quote, surprise. The great Maya Angelou beautifully captured this truth, and she wrote, "You may encounter many defeats, but you must not be defeated. In fact, it may be necessary for you to encounter those defeats so you can know who you are, what you can rise from, and how you can still come out of it." Guess what, class of 2026? You know who you are. And so I want you to forget the headlines that are telling us the sky is falling. The truth is, change is inevitable, and there's always been anxiety about the future. And the one thing we know is that change sometimes is our economy's greatest engine. And although we don't know exactly what the future holds, here's what we do know. In order to be successful through the challenges that will surely come, we must have courage. We must engage in lifelong learning, and we must be resilient. And those of you who have put in the work again have all that and more. So when life gets hard, stand up, square your shoulders, and move forward, because you have proven that you can do hard things. You know who you are. Your education here at Lane is part of it, but I want to tell you that actually employers are moving away from rigid four-year degree requirements, and they're looking for students who have applied learning, Those 2- and 4-year graduates who actually didn't just learn the skills, but they learned how to apply them in a meaningful way. They want you to be able to get to work on day one and problem solve. And they are looking for you. You are the people that they're hoping for. You're the ones they're desperate for the skills. And so here's what I have to say to you, class of 2026. I want you to go out there into the world with your head held high. You are ready. And guess what? You know who you are. Congratulations.
That was really great, wasn't it? Give her another round of applause. That was amazing. Professor Johnson, thank you so much for your message and for your dedication to our students. Now, each year, we honor a distinguished alumni at our commencement ceremony. This year, we are proud to honor Tim Woolley. Tim Woolley is president and founder of IEQ Technology, a Springfield-based managed IT services and software development company. A native Oregonian, Tim worked in the logging industry for 12 years before pursuing higher education at Lane Community College and later earning a degree in computer and information science from the University of Oregon. Since founding IEQ in 2011, Tim has built a reputation for practical problem solving, strong community partnerships, and excellence in technology services. Under his leadership, IEQ was recognized as the Springfield Chamber of Commerce's 2025 Business of the Year. We are proud to recognize Tim Woolley as a Distinguished Alumni Award recipient. Please join me in welcoming back one of our own, a proud Lane alum, Tim Woolley.
Good morning, graduates, families, faculty, and guests. First, I would like to thank Lane Community College for this recognition. It's an honor to be here today. Many years ago, more years than I care to admit, I was working in woods in the Willamette National Forest way up Tumblebug Creek. It was early spring, one of those weather-confused Oregon days. The sun was shining, it was pouring rain, and there was still snow on the ground. I was cold, soaked to the bone, sitting on a rock, eating a bologna sandwich, while water ran off my hard hat right onto the sandwich. I remember looking at that soggy sandwich and thinking, well, this is just the way it is. Now, I don't mean that as a complaint. I was a logger. I came from a logging family. I was proud of my work, and I was happy to spend the rest of my life doing it. But a few years later, my then girlfriend, Jenny, who has now been my wife for 30 years, encouraged me to think about college. Then one day I came home and told her I was going to enroll in Lane. She was shocked, and frankly, so was I. Neither of us had any idea how we were going to make it work. But she supported me, and she always has, and I enrolled in the next term. Looking back, I realized that decision changed the course of my life. But it wasn't my decision alone. Jenny believed in me before I believed in myself. She encouraged me to take a chance on something neither of us had ever done. Before and over the years, she's made sacrifices, big and small, that have made opportunities possible for me. Years later, when I left a secure job to start a company, she supported me then too. We emptied our retirement accounts and took a leap of faith together. I may be the one standing here today, but the truth is, none of that happened in a vacuum. Every opportunity I was able to pursue was supported by the people who believed in me, and no one has had a bigger impact on my life than Jenny. I had been learning my whole life. The woods taught me lessons about hard work, perseverance, and responsibility. Lane taught me how to think differently and to see possibilities I hadn't considered before. Lane opened doors that I didn't know were there. When I graduated, I felt proud that I had accomplished what I had accomplished. But I also felt uncertain about what came next. I didn't have everything figured out. What I did have was opportunity, not a guarantee, not a roadmap, just opportunity. Lane didn't give me all the answers. What it gave me was the ability to find them. That turned That turned out to be more valuable than I realized. At the time, over the years, I have learned that the most important moments in life don't arrive with a sign telling you they're important. They usually look like hard work, uncertainty, difficult decisions, or a chance you are not sure you're ready to take. At the time, I didn't appreciate them for what they actually were, or the impact they would have on my life. In many ways, preparing these remarks has been an exercise in connecting those dots. My guess is that many of you will probably find yourselves looking back and connecting the dots too. If I could have sat down next to Tim holding that soggy bologna sandwich and told him what his life would look like today, he would probably have laughed and told me I was full of it. And if you had told me back then one day I'd be standing here speaking to a graduating class, I would have thought you were out of your mind. Most of you will find yourselves in places and situations that you can't see from where you're sitting today. Some of those moments will be exciting, some will be difficult, some will change your life without you knowing it until years later. The more I learned, the more I realized how much there was to learn. And honestly, I still get excited about what comes next. And for the record, that sandwich didn't taste that bad. Congratulations, class of 2026. I wish you the best.
Tim, thank you very much. You know, we appreciate your shining example for community colleges and are proud that you chose to start your path to success here at Lane. You know, this year is truly a milestone for Lane Community College. For the first time in our institution's history, we are proud to recognize students who are on the path to earning our very first bachelor's degree, the Bachelor of Applied Science in Business. While these students will officially complete their degrees at the end of fall 2026, it is both fitting and meaningful that we celebrate them today alongside their peers as part of this commencement ceremony. If we have any students in front of me who are getting a bachelor's degree, could you please stand up for us? Thank you. Thank you for being here. We extend our deep appreciation to the faculty, staff, and college leadership whose expertise, persistence, and commitment to students brought this program to life. Because of their work, Lane is expanding access to baccalaureate education and creating new opportunities for our community. To our Bachelor of Applied Science students, you are pioneers. As the first cohort in Lane's history to pursue a bachelor's degree here, you are helping to shape the future of this institution. We are proud to recognize your accomplishments today and look forward with great anticipation to celebrating the conferral of your degrees in the months ahead. Each graduating class is distinctive. Let me tell you a little bit about them. There are 1,424 in the graduating class of 2026. These graduates are earning 2,168 associate degrees and certificates. 59% of you are first-generation college educated. 52% identify as female, and you come from more than 18 countries. Your average age is 27 and a half years old. The youngest graduate is 17. And the oldest graduate is 69. Thirty-two graduates are under the age of 19. 39% of you are receiving more than one degree or certificate, and 41 of you are earning an associate degree the same year that you graduate from high school. You are truly high achievers. So speaking of high achievers, I will now recognize honors graduates. These are students who have excelled academically and are listed in your program. 3 honor students represented Lane this year as part of the All-Oregon Academic Team. The All-Oregon Academic Team recognizes high-achieving 2-year college students who demonstrate excellence, leadership, and service. I invite all of the honored graduates to be recognized and for everyone to join me in acknowledgement and recognition of the All-Oregon academic team. Aisetu Diwalo, Laria Dome. Please stand up. Thank you. We're so proud of you. Graduates, as you step into the next chapter of your life, I want to offer you some advice. First and foremost, and you've heard before, never give up. Pursue your dreams with relentless passion and dedication. Second, whether you pursue the next degree, obtain certifications, or simply stay curious and open to new knowledge, your commitment to learning will be your greatest asset. Embrace the mindset of a learner across your lifetime, always seeking to improve yourself, expand your horizons, and deepen your understanding. In that spirit, we want you to stay connected to Lane. Your relationship with this institution does not end today. We are here to support you throughout your career, whether to upskill, reskill, or simply to learn something new. You are now part of our esteemed alumni network, joining thousands of distinguished alumni like Tim Willie. We eagerly anticipate the incredible contributions you will make to the world. And finally, cherish the memories you have made here. Hold on to them, nurture them, let them be a source of strength and support for you. And now we're at the moment we've all been waiting for. Class of 2026, are you ready? At this time, I invite Dr. Shelley Tinkham to join me at the podium.
President Bolger, upon the recommendation of the faculty of Lane Community College and by the authority of the Board of Education of Lane Community College, I am honored to recommend the conferral of the degrees of Associate of Science, Associate of Applied Science, Associate of General Studies, Associate of Arts Oregon Transfer, GED, and award certificates to these candidates. In addition, we proudly acknowledge the students of our inaugural Bachelor of Applied Science and Business program who are recognized today for their progress as they work toward the completion of Lane Community College's first bachelor's degree.
Thank you, Dr. Tinkham. Upon the recommendation of the faculty and with the authority of the Board of Education of Lane Community College, I am pleased to confer upon you, the members of this June 2026 graduating class, the respective degrees and certificates you have earned at Lane Community College. At this time, we will present the graduates.
Leticia Cuevas. Cassandra Cas Barrientos. Jeremy Brooks. Gabriela Vega de Contreras. Beatriz Castillo Ruiz. Janet Serra. Sandra León. Eulalia Contreras Padilla. Guadalupe Pablo Andrés. Ana Cecilia Monsanto Lozano. Amanda Fallon. Sarah Baker. Max Gallagher. Corey Nimute. Krista Spetch. Angela Henderson. Violet Ann Gott. Candy Neese. Becky Burks. Zaida Munoz Peñate. Iman Balshi. Crystal Haddock. Tanya Dvorak. Sage Oaks. Christy Milner. Christopher Stavropoulos. Olivia Wolford. Logan Teddy. Javen Hemingway. Samuel Cheldy. Corey Smith. Cora Skolsky. Cheyenne Lay. Jennifer Marie Haggerty. Sabrina Lynn Zurek. Abigail Rice. Bianca Zalak. Natalie Katowski. Lucy Gomez. Daryl Goddard. Diego Gonzalez. Luis Figueroa Salcedo. Carlos David Aguilar Cruz. Haley Blaylock. Kaya Klein. Roman Dean. Josiah David Lawrence. Raiden Hazel. Jacob King. Silas Hartwell. Brianna Cleveland. Annie Carlson. Misty Prenival. Cam Medina. Grace Gleason. Christy Cressy. Sarah Billings. Nida Stegner. Paige Miller. Stephen Merzuick. Ashley Nojos. Isaiah Light Dancer. Alberto Gómez Tapia. Bethany Foran. Kaya Anderson. Matthew Richards. Jacob Laterno. Trevor Hildebrandt. Matthew Alexander Costco. Hayden Curry. Thomas Green. Rachel Young. Avery Trees McNamer. Febronia Corona Rodriguez. Madison Wilkie. Damian Spurley. Jancy Portillos Melendez. Meredith Vandal. Gabrielle Gottschalk. Maritza Flores Vasquez. Yesenia Erazo. Glenda Arango. Todd Pittman. Joshua Shermer. Israel Hemphill. Nevaeh Leanne Walters. Alejandro Jonah Ramirez. Kevin Ralph. Jackson Wheeler. Peyton Anloff. Jessica Michelle Foster. Ambrosio Lomeli Arrayanga. Alexandra Tostensen. Jeffrey Edward Sutton. Stephen Douglas Blanchard Hendricks. Malina Gamble. Bryson Klein. Emily Dunlap. Sophia Katash. Claire Powell. El Mars. William Ferris Sharon. Jordan Alexander Smith. Kyrene Gorman. Savannah Jo Bond. Kimberly Plumley. Claire Elaine Fitzgerald. Madeline Miller. Leo Eli Heavens. Hannah Cameron. Regina Ruiz Maya. Christian Ruiz Martinez. Brooke Wagner. Casey Rayner. Gabriella Kelsey. Emily Slover. Mason Anderson. Aubrey King. Cordelia Campbell. Hannah Wigzell. Davina Monti. Hikaru Takata. Cheng Lu. Fatima Barbosa Avilia. Matthew Lonsberry. Keenan Giamonco. Maxwell Altman. Jeanette Sevilla Diaz. Delia Chagoya. Edith Ordono Salomon. Tania Morris. Lakota Jason. Serena Banta. Jasmine Wilkerson. Savannah Vinook. Sayla Grady. Alyssa Gomez. Olivia Quimby Ware. Elijah Moreno. Ryder Embleton. Luke Hathaway. Dominic Dunn. Noah Marcelino Reyes. Hannah Chan Johnson. Nicholas Steimel. Bix Brophy. Brianna Cardiel McLoughlin. Katie Lagrone. Toby Khalil. Alexis Callio. Atiwan Samson. Keaton Weiler. Noakai Samuel Houston. Matthew Karakaburu. Jacqueline Rael. Nicholas Maddox. Eliorbek Abdulin. Edgar Galvez. Haruka Oka. Sang Tung. Brittany Ross. Christine Ann Loveridge. Yusuf Balkan. Alim Kenasari. Joseph Ethan Green. Cassidy Payne. Lake Buck. Eve McKenzie. Griselda Arellano Moran. Alana Kochman. Dakota Andrew Harris. Ashley Nurl. Caden Soto. Chantel Hoffman. Rachel Hannah Yampolsky. Jeremiah Makalina Munga. Kay Robertson. Ryan Bunger. Ruby June. Shaylin Matthews. Chelsea Ray Lanfear. Malachi Davis. Jewel Heiss. Alexander Grady. Sven Schalander. Amanda Farrell. Isabella Dragovich. Sadie Rambo. Zach Koenig. Angelica Gallegos. Giovanni Castro. Theo Newt Sasek. Michael McBride. Delaney McWhorter. Carla Krobler. Aaliyah Franklin. Camille Hewitt. Samantha Gloria Rosales. Keegan Bear. Kama Cox. Kaylin Bjorn. Luca Blainsley. Talon Fuchs. Neil Morse. Mitch Tarbutton. Fred Ranking. Michelle Parrish. Tonari Abiori. Callie Ackland. Hunter James Peak. Riley Connolly Loebs. Isabel Strick. Alonzo Knowles. Ramson Ong. Emily Rudides. Abigail May Moorhead. Katrina Rich. Alana Tisson. Alicia Banks. Kimberly Wills. Marley Lynn Axemaker. Don Doyen. Hannah Crum. Shaylee Rose Milam. Juliana Carolyn Juanita Skoll. Kendall Lord. Bryn Andrus. Canon Gikabu. Angelica Mupunga. Talina Fernandez. Isaí Felipe Merveille Kosu. Aissatou Diallo. Iquigan Stafin Ai. Mohamed Sanogo. Sydney McGregor. Caitlin Woods. Solomon Shue. Annabelle Vapi. Brianna Elizabeth Jovel Lopez. Tina Marie Crivello. Mira Kircher. Jessica Lynn Herrera. Aja Swanberg. Charlie Keskinen. Haley Merriman. Karen Cepeda. Felicia Lynn Bacon. Jocelyn Cañada. Catherine Grossman. Crystal Foster. Jewel Love G. Jordan. Noah Steves. Sabin Garnero. Paisley Jane Muffet. Lucas Maffei. William Kobling. Rose Donnelly. Zachary Wayne Woodworth. Haley Heyer. Logan Faria. Mina Clayton. Ryan Preston. Isabella Cranston. Sadira Plants. Louis Lunari. Robinson. Julián Ordóñez Rivas. Delaney Minor. Sofia Chiara. Reza Mohammed. David Williams. Veronica Beth Roberts. Shannon King. Lenny Leon. Meadow Nocano. Miel Madden 1. Alonso Lopez. E. Morales. Jesus Ochoa Jr. Marissa Van. Caitlin Sawyers. Courtney Husk. Sage Grace McKenzie. Kayla Duggar. Bennett Brooks. David Jankulowski. Liam Alderson. Jonathan Beliers. Francois Boulet. Esther Chekinaroo Yobuk. Rebecca Patterson. Kayla Jones. Keegan Clauser. Tina Ray Justison. Chris Day. Ayuna Chumani Sky Jenkinson. Charlie Joe Becker. Walter Bolaño Soto. Kimberly Santizo Velázquez. Alexis Darnell. Angelina Marie Van Hoy. Kelki Turagai. Kirsten Daniels. Kendra Nicole Jensen. Celeste Medina. Lugoya Isaac Kalunji. Simpua Nziko. Bulen Bengosi Nalunga. Kia Bello. Madison Barrett. Daniel Charles Botma. Jessica Ann Farrell. Lake Ryder Elijah Moodley. Wang Kinbao Hua. Da. V-Lay. Sota Fukuda. Hikaru Kano. Haruna Ozeki. Garrison Campbell Dean Ellis. Kaylee Baker. Rebecca Lynn Lieber. Michael Stark. Angel Agnello. Henry Lynn. Roxana Reyes Delgadillo. Kanon Nishida. Hina Nishikawa. Kazuki Arimitsu. Akira Kano. Keigo Hokarazano. Millie Mendoza Jimenez. Ryan Mendoza Jimenez. Satchel Hill. Michelle Morris Jones. Federico William Ricci. Amelia Walker. Laria Guido May. Abigail Patton. Joe Smith. Allie Hodgins. Glenn Hall. Moya Colvin.
Before we adjourn today, I would like to express my appreciation to those that made today's event possible, including our facilities and custodial, for ensuring that we have a beautiful space on campus for the whole commencement. LCC Public Safety, who ensure the safety of all attendees. Our communications and marketing team, including printing and graphics, who have managed social media updates, press releases, designing programs, and more. The Academic Technology Center and Media Services, who set up all of the technology you see here and made it possible for us to live stream our event for those who cannot attend in person. All of our Commencement Day volunteers who helped us with everything from setup to regalia distribution. Will Velez, Grant Matthews for reading the names of our graduates, and finally the commencement planning team for working diligently to bring this exciting event to life. Can we give them a round of applause? We ask that all guests please stay seated as we complete the recessional. The platform party will leave first, followed by faculty, deans, directors, and staff, and finally the students will be led from the gym. Once the graduate recessional is complete, we invite guests to exit through the east doors to greet and congratulate your graduate at Bristol Square. Graduates, you may now turn your tassels, transfer them from the right side of your cap to the left. all for joining us today. Thank you all for joining us for today's 2026 commencement. I would like to finally offer my final congratulations to the class of 2026, and I declare these proceedings to be closed.